So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna search. Okay, so again, we're gonna do the basic word mark. So we're gonna go to test2.uspto.gov, and then we're gonna type in lace up, and then we're gonna search. And you can see there is one lace up, but when you click on it, you're gonna notice that it's covering footstools. So I have a pretty good feeling that you'd have a good shot at getting this through, even though there's one already on footstools, just because clothing is so different from footstools. Now, one thing you should also do is do a search on both words. And again, I think we're good to go. I'm inclined to say let's go forward with this application, but here, let's do one more. We'll do the basic index, and then we'll do another class 25 search like we've been doing in the past. Again, all these options are available at test.uspto.gov. I just want to have them down there for you guys to check out. So once we do this search, so let's go forward. So again, in order to start the application process, what you want to do is you want to go to this site down here. Now, it's kind of long, so even if you don't catch it or you forget it, it doesn't matter. Just Google search, you'll find it. Just trademark. You just type in USPTO and then space and then file and then space trademark, and it'll be an early hit. Anyways, once you do get to the the application page, so once you go here, again, we're going to do start to finish, but I just want to make something really clear. So when you click initial application form and then start your application in TEAS, you're going to have to log into uspto.gov. I already logged in just because I wanted to save us a minute. But the application process and getting a uspto.gov account is actually pretty straightforward and simple. They make it pretty streamlined for you. Just so you know, they do require two-factor authentication. So again, we're going to do the TEAS standard application today. Last time in the last episode 32, we did the TEAS Plus. And so again, I'm going to do this from the perspective of the actual company. So no attorney, and this is a standard application. Again, it's going to be $50 more, but we're going to have a little more latitude. So again, this is a company that's doing it. So this is my LLC. And again, if you're a DBA, please make sure that you're an actual DBA. I really encourage you guys to be careful with that. Don't be calling yourself a DBA if you don't have a registered DBA with the county. And then it's a limited liability company. For both limited liability companies and corporations, the application is going to prompt you to enter what state you're incorporated in. So here in this case, it's California. And then the rest is pretty straightforward. It's just the address of your company. So in this case, we're at the Impact Hub. Now, the one thing I recommend everybody to do is not enter your phone number. I mean, why keep it unless you have some main business line? It's kind of nice just to, you don't want people calling you. So make sure this is a pretty generic number. This is all going to be public record. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, if you want to keep your domicile secret, so where you live, if that's your address of your business, you can uncheck this box and put your address in here. That's something, a key thing for a lot of our clients. But again, the one thing that is required is your email, and this will be public record. So just make sure you're aware of that. And again, if you have a website, you can put it in here. All right, so once we enter in our company information, it's going to warn us, hey, you didn't give us your phone number, and that's fine. I'm not going to give you my phone number. Now, here, this is where you actually enter the mark. Lace up. So we're going to put it in lace up. Again, there's a preview button. You're not going to be able to see it right now on my shared screen, but if you click the preview button, it's actually going to pop up a separate dialog window, and that window will actually have an image version of the word mark. So now we're going to continue, and here's the part where we have the latitude to enter in the description of goods. So the description of clothing that we enter. All you have to do is click the enter freeform text. Remember, if you did the cheaper $50 the $225 TEAS Plus application, you would not have the option of entering freeform text. So remember, that's really what you're paying for when you pay the extra $50. So we're going to add our goods and services. All right, so we're under class 25, and we're going to do clothing and apparel. And now I will tell you, athletic clothes might get an indefinite issue, but let's just put it in. And then, so running shorts, running tees, sweatpants, leggings, there we go. Headband, awesome, okay. So that's our list. Again, this is the real beauty. We get to really indicate exactly the clothing that we want to sell. And again, we're gonna do section 1B applications. So we're going to assign the filing basis. This is a sworn statement. This is just saying you understand this is a Section 1B application, meaning that you have a bona fide intention to actually use this trademark to sell these goods. So my company, I have a bona fide intention for my company, Standard Technology LLC, to actually sell this clothing here that I'm listing. So once you assign the filing basis, you're almost there. We're almost done. So we hit continue. And here we have to enter in a reference number. So I've just been using these generic ones. I mean, we can call it 2 today. And then here I've been adding Victoria's email, but just know this is the correspondence email. So once we file the application, we're going to get the filing receipt sent to our main primary email, but then also any emails that I list here. So if you have an assistant, if you have someone that helps you with docketing, if you have someone that helps you stay on track and keep up with everything, I encourage you to put their emails in here just so that you guys all get the memo whenever there's correspondence from the trademark office. So now again, if you need to add more emails, all you do is just separate them with a semicolon or a comma as it explains down here. So here we're going to continue. And this is where you get to the fee page. Again, guys, we're almost done. I mean, this is a really, fortunately, they make it really simple. All you're going to do here is you're going to sign it directly. So this first checkbox just says, hey, I get it. This is what's called a Section 1B application, meaning I have a bona fide intent to use the mark in commerce. This checkbox here basically states that I don't have any reason to believe that I don't have a right to use this trademark name. In other words, no one else that I know of is using Lace Up to sell clothing. And then this is basically saying, this third checkbox is saying, yeah, what I'm saying in this application, it has factual support. And then the last checkbox is saying, I'm signing under penalty of perjury, meaning everything that I say in here is true. And if it's not, I could be subject to fine or imprisonment. And then all you do is sign. Now, please note the signature that you have to do for the trademark application it's just within slashes. So they make it really simple. You don't have to worry about signing something blue ink and then scanning it and sending it in or mailing in the original signed copy. And then when you click the date box, it actually auto-populates a date for you. Now here, I have my name already pre-populated, but I'll type it in. What you have to do is you have to actually do the last name, comma, first name, and initial. That's a recent change. And then here, it's an LLC, so a managing member. But if you have a title like president, chief executive officer, whatever it may be, that's where you actually put your position title here. And your phone number. Your phone number is required. Again, a lot of people have some issue with this because it becomes public, but this will be the only place where your phone number will really show up. I would recommend, though, keep it out of the owner section, though, if you can. It makes it a little less public. So once we click validate, we're 99% of the way there. Basically, all we have to do is review the application one more time, make sure that we're good to go. And then once we hit file, pay submit, then our application is actually going to be off to the trademark office, and we just have to pay, and then we're done. So real quick, when you click the input button, I always recommend that you do this. Just do one quick read through. Now, it's really important to remember one key thing. This name here that you put, so the mark, the actual mark that you're filing, you cannot change the spelling of it after. So once you prepare it, once you file it, that's it. You cannot change the names. Now, go through it once, make sure the address is correct, the names are correct, everything's spelled correctly, and everything looks good to me, so we're going to go ahead and file it. Again, if you click mark, this is an image file, so you can actually save it. Make sure this is correct. This cannot be updated later, guys. And then we do have the option, I will show you guys this, to save the form. So if you click save form, what it's going to do is it's going to prompt me to download what's called a .obj file. You can save the form, and then when you go back to the application page, there's a button that actually lets you upload a prior saved form. There's one more thing I want to say before I hit submit. I just want to explain, if you, for any reason, see any mistakes in your initial application forms, it's not a problem at all. All you do is you hit back, and then you click go back to modify. And fortunately, all your information is saved for this session, and we're good to go. So now we're going to hit pay submit, and it's great. The trademark office presents you with a payment page where you can input your credit card information. And once I hit submit payment, then it will email me a filing receipt. Now, with that filing receipt, I'll actually get a serial number. That serial number is the serial number that is tied to my application all the way through.